back to our kitchen. Today is a special day for two reasons. One, because it's the first of 3 holiday recipes that we're going to bring you in December. And then also because I'm joined by my husband today, who's usually behind the camera. But today he's going to actually do a little bit of cooking. So, Bobby.
Sawyer and Gigi were booked up, so she's stuck
you got
with
recruited.
me.
Yeah. So today we're making holiday side. This is one of the ones that I'm usually entrusted with making. It is a recipe of Gigi's that I make pretty much every year for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You want to tell them anything about this recipe?
This is probably one of my favorite holiday sides. So much so that I've had her just make a little individual portion for me, and then I would just eat it as an entire meal. So this is a favorite of mine.
And you eat it hot and cold.
Yep.
And as a side and as a dessert. So we'll go over our ingredients first. So first thing you'll need is your sweet potatoes. You can use either fresh sweet potatoes that you've boiled and mashed, or you can use the canned yams in syrup. Either one of those is fine. I'm a big believer that you don't need to spend all day in the kitchen during the holidays. You can spend time with your family. But if you want to go the extra mile, by all means, go ahead. So in the filling is the sweet potatoes. We've also gonna put in 2 eggs, a third of a cup of milk, a cup of white sugar, half a cup of melted butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And then there's gonna be a topping on the top. Some people have casseroles that have marshmallows and things like that, but this one's really good. It's just like almost like a crumble. So in a separate bowl, you're gonna do this. It's flour. How much? A 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a little bit of extra melted butter. The recipe calls for 2.5 tablespoons, but really, I feel like you can go heavy on the topping because that's the best part of a casserole. Everybody knows. And then 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans. I probably got a good cup there. All right, you ready to?
Cool. Yeah.
See how it's made.
Looking to learn and see what
Awesome.
the deal is on this.
So the recipe actually calls for 3 cups of mashed sweet potatoes. So first thing we need to do is get to mashing. So
Okay.
you want to do that?
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and whisk these eggs because we want those to be beaten when we add them. You lost one. I just do the mashing in the dish that I'm going to use because I like less mess. So if you two don't like to clean up a bunch of mess, then do it in the same casserole dish that you are going to bake it in. I've also got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. All right, that looks good.
Cool.
So then we're gonna add all the ingredients that go into the filling. Eggs, because I just did those. And then we'll use the masher to mix all of this through. So milk.
A little bit of milky milk.
This is almond milk. It doesn't matter what kind of milk you use, but if you do, I was gonna say, this is unsweetened almond milk. You could use vanilla almond milk too the recipe calls for a cup of sugar. I actually use a little bit less because I like the flavor of the sweet potatoes, and I feel like if you add too much sugar, you might lose that taste. Whatever works for you guys. If you like it really sweet, add the full cup. I think I probably got about 3/4 of a cup here. Our melted butter as well. Pour that over. And that is a whole stick of butter. A teaspoon of vanilla, and I just eyeball this because
You know what you're looking for.
a little bit extra is not going to hurt anything. All right, so now use the masher to just mix that all up. So while he's mixing that up, I'm going to start on the topping, which it's important to do this step in the order that the ingredients are listed, just so that you don't end up with the topping being a weird consistency. So put your 1/4 cup of flour in the bowl first, and then followed by the 1/2 cup brown sugar. And like I said before, you can do those as like a pretty rounded scoop because this is the best part of the casserole. And then we're gonna add in our butter. So just keep mixing. Eventually it will all get covered. And then you want to add in the pecans?
Sure. Yeah, let's get the pecans into the party.
Yeah. Yep. Beautiful.
That extra bit of texture goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. Looks good. Looks just like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I'm looking
You're
forward
good
to
with
this.
the potato masher.
Thanks. I know my way around the potato masher.
All right, how's that look?
Looking good.
So hopefully you guys can see how this turned out. It looks like a little bit of a, you call that like a sandy paste?
Yeah, I would say like a sandy texture.
Now you want to, I feel like it's best to do this with your hands, but just cover the top. Make sure that you get the corners of the casserole dish.
So pour it all on and then, or?
Pour some in your hands and then just sprinkle it on
Okay.
as even as you can. And then that way you end up with, hopefully more even, because sometimes I find that you might have some like more pecans on one side and more sugar on one side if you just try to dump it all over the top. So this is what it looks like at this stage. We're gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven, and it will stay in there for about 30 minutes. You'll see the top will get nice and brown, and we'll come back and show you what it looks like and give it a little
Taste test.
Yeah. Welcome back. We baked our casserole for 30 minutes and we've let it cool slightly. The longer you let it cool down, the more it will set up with the butter and everything. But we're gonna go ahead and give it a taste while it's warm.
Cool.
You ready to try it?
Yeah, let me curate the perfect bite here.
Okay.
You gotta get some of the potato, and then you get a little bit of the crumble, and then the pecan bites. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I can't decide whether I like it hot or cold butter. Very holiday.
Very good, as you can see by me
Yeah,
shoveling my
say.
face. Yeah, this is great. We're gonna eat the rest of this all tonight, right?
I'll give you a little bit of help.
Cool.
Well, thanks for making it with me. Are you surprised at how easy it was?
Yeah, it was really easy and
So now you know my
just
secret?
as delicious. Yep.
Next time I can
Simple
get you to
yet
make
delicious, like Daryl would say.
it. Yeah, simple and delicious. All right. Well, thank you guys for being with us today. Give us a comment if you think you'll try this. Let me know if you do, because I'd love to share your photos. Happy holidays, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
See you guys.